Mr. Shen, the Lord Commander left instruction that you would be shown inside. Yes.
A pleasure to see you again, my friend. I take it you received our invitation. Good, good. You of all people should be present. When the true brothers of the faith seized control of the vault, I feared the worst. Yet in adversity were we blessed with the promise of peace between man and dragon through Vidofnir's timely rescue of an innocent child. Timely, I say, though miraculous or providential might better describe the event. The gods themselves could not have devised a more fitting symbol of hope. Needless to say, we could scarce let such an opportunity pass us by. Which is why I set about making formal arrangements for a peace conference between our peoples. You and yours have done more to bring us together than any, and it is only right that you attend. But I confess that is not the only reason I would be glad to have you there. Given Nidhogg's implacable opposition to the peace, it is possible that he and his followers may attempt to disrupt proceedings, in which event your presence would be a comfort to all in attendance. Pray understand, I have no wish to invite the worm's ire. But if our fractured nation is to heal, if we are to move forward as a people united, then we must do whatever is necessary to bring about lasting change. Tis nothing. Tis nothing. Lucia cautioned me against giving vent to my passions, lest my wounds reopen. It has not been easy reaching out to our opponents in Ishgard, many of whom sympathized with the actions of the true brothers. But in so doing, we have limited the influence of the zealots. The people are ready, my friend. This conference must go ahead. I knew you would understand. The conference will take place on the border of Ishgardian and Dravanian territory in Falcon's Nest. Lucia is there seeing to the final preparations even as we speak. Pray join her at your earliest convenience. 'Twould not do for the guest of honor to arrive late after all. Oh, and one more thing. A drink! We should make time for one. Once the conference is concluded, I mean. By my reckoning, 'tis long overdue.
The Lord Commander said you would come. Proceeding at pace, as you can see. Can't weld the curtain above. Conceals the relief that will be unveiled during the conference. The Mansons labored day and night to see it finish on schedule. Ceramic wanted a symbol which would endure long after his conference is concluded. I think he will be pleased with the results. It was not my war, but I made mine. And to see it draw closer to resolution fills me with strange hope. You must be tired from your journey. Go rest. I will not keep you. Alright. If you would rather not take a rest, then why not take a walk around Falcon's Nest? Make your presence known to the people and so forth. In addition to those who have come from far away at this ceremony, you may meet Lords Artorial and Meniel who have graciously volunteered to service. We should be glad to see you. Yeah, let's go talk to people. Hello, Riddled. I'm glad to see the rumors were true. Well met, mistress. And I fear I have no intention of begging or aid for you with this or that. Leading appears to be in order. My only lingering concern is that one of the convictors might not have been informed of our plans. As I recall, Vidofnir may pass directly over their encampment. The last thing we need is a glory-seeking nobleman attempting to slay a Dravanian ambassador to a peace conference. True. Do you know when everything's set to begin? I wasn't sure how many might come, so I thought it best to come nearly and find the spot with a great view. I heard Sir Emmerich was planning to make a speech. I knew I couldn't miss it. I mean, the man risked his own neck to rescue those hostages. Often do we get heroes like that in this day and age. And he's more than a fighter, too. He's a thinker, he is. He's got plans to better our lives, to change things, and he'll do it by the fury. Me and my friends and family, we believe all we can do it. Well, the Archbishop is not going to do anything. Bloody exciting, is it? No, not just a piece of dragons, but all of them. Of course, wonders and damned, we've all got a healthy fear of being bathed in dragon fire. That being said, the heretics did far more to hinder our efforts here in the past, so hearing that we're close to reconciliation comes at a great relief. How much has changed since we fought alongside each other in the vault? If you had told me then that we would soon be hosting a peace conference, I would have thought you naive fool. Yet here we are, preparing to make that fantasy a reality. Huh, and here I am laboring to make it so. Lord Artorial, if I may. Certainly, First Commander. How may I be of service? Some of the convictors are refusing to stand down. The majority were willing to do so, but a small party have instead pledged to engage Dravanians bound before Falcon's Nest. Fear take me, they would defy Sir Emmerich's commands if they dare attack Vidofnir. It will not come to that, but to see that it does not, we must needs hasten to their encampment. They should be far more reluctant to oppose us were a lord of the House Fortin is present. I understand completely. Let us depart at once. But here we do, I must ask, would you look after Menelian while I was away? As you know, he has been an ever impulsive, changeable child, and recently he seems to have been suffering from a bout of melancholy. I thought to lift his spirits by having him assist with guard duty, a simple but honorable charge, unlikely to expose him to danger given the presence of so many other knights. Alas, he has taken to interest, and I fear who may abandon his post in my absence. All I ask is that you keep an eye on him until I return. Exhausting though that may be. Thank you, friend. I promise I will not be long. Girl, guarding this tavern, as it were. Nice now, I totally thought I might be derelict in my duties. I had the nerve of my brother to question my dedication. And since you are here, mayhap I can put you to proper use. The wasteland beyond the walls must be kept safe of travelers, yet I have been forbidden from leaving Falcon's Nest. I wouldn't do for our esteemed guests to be devoured by wolves. Oh no, yet that is precisely what will happen if we do not call the roaming packs. Your map, if I may, right there, it shows that those are the points our scouts mark for patrol. I'll leave you to it. Onward, I must return to my rounds. Oh dear, be careful, my lady. Some wolves. It pleases me to inform you that I have completed my rounds. All that is left as well as Falcon's Nest. Hello, looking for you. You know the one who made that arsonist confess? Cover that. Tancred, was it? He was asking after me. Anyway, once I noticed the garnished weapons he was supporting, I didn't wish to leave him be. I dispatched him to an area and I neglected to mark on your map. Yes, just one. If you hurry, he might still be there. Fancy meeting you here. It was fortunate I came when I did. These two would not have fared well against the wolves on their own. The young lord wasted no time taking advantage of you, did he? And me, I suppose. Let us return to Falcon's Nest, then, and see what other thrilling tasks he may have for us. And if I ever saw him, comrades in arms united at last, by your selfless sacrifice have you guaranteed the safety of our many guests. On behalf of Ishgard, I thank you both. And with that, there is not left to do but enjoy our well-earned dispute. What's Max Aether? Oh, let's get Max Aether then. Seems rather pleased with himself. Well, this was should, of course, go without saying, but let's keep those last few favors between us, or till we all understand. Right then, the first floor of those barracks has been converted into a tavern for the duration of conference. Why don't you go and have something to eat? For once, a suggestion which I agree. Go on ahead, I will join you.
Welcome, welcome. Find yourself an empty seat and I'll be with you in a moment. Cold out, isn't it? Here, a mug on the house. Let's get some colour back in them cheeks. Freed food will be a bit longer than usual. We've got a lot of hungry folk to feed, what with the conference and all. Oh, so many people with cause to celebrate. To think there could be peace in our time, after all them years of fighting. When I heard about the conference, I knew I had to come. I knew I had to be here, to do my bit. My husband, he died fighting the dragons, you see. And here we are, about to break bread with him.
You were right, mother. You look tired. Reckon you could do with a good long rest? After all you've done, I'd say you've earned it.
Wait, am I getting poisoned? Is this the echo, or am I getting poisoned?
Sleep now. Sleep. Sleep and leave us to our affairs.
Oh yeah, I'm getting poisoned.
This was never your fight.
my son. They
Son
told
told
me
me
he
he
walks
walks
in
in
a lonely
Holy's Hall with him and the rest of his units.
They told me the same.
Told me the same, of course.
I expect they think it's comforting. Every time I come, I cry. I cannot bear to remember, but to forget would be 1,000 times worse. Yet that is what they would have us do. Accept this truth for the sake of peace. Bury the past and look to the future. But he was my future. My flesh and blood. My heart.
Is this it? We're the only ones with the courage to oppose this madness? Cowards, a lot of them.
They think only of the prize, of the peace Sir Emmerich promises them. They know in their hearts it's a lie, but they go along with it anyway, desperate fools. But not I. I see the worm that killed my brother in my dreams every night, and I will not rest until he lies broken at my feet. Him and every last one of his accursed kin.
All this nonsense about Kings of Eld, as if I care what they did or didn't do, makes no difference to me and mine. Have the dragons sued for peace in 1,000 years? Are they bollocks? It's a bloody ruse is what it is, and Sir Emmerich and the rest of them bloody fallen for it.
But what can we do? They believe, and naught we can say will ever change their minds. Whether we like it or not, man and dragon will come together at Vulcan's Nest, and all will be forgiven. Forgiven and forgotten.
No. I will not let that. They will remember the true face of the enemy. I will show it to them. And we will rise up against them once more.
Hey! Hey! Do you have your wits about you? Good. Come with me. We have a crisis on our hands.
Hear me, brothers and sisters. Do not be fooled by the honeyed words of the Dravarnians. The peace they promise is but a prelude to slaughter. Remember your husbands and wives never returned. Does not your heart cry out for vengeance? Your blood boil at the injustice? Remember the face of your enemy, brothers and sisters. Remember it, and strike back!
Dude, we're here for a peace conference.
You there! Don't just stand around gawping! Do something, man! Stop her!
Yes, my lord.
See here the true nature of the Highborn. With lies and deception they lead us to our doom, And dare we raise our voices in dissent? Death is our reward! This is the choice they have given us, brothers and sisters! Death by Dragon's Fang, or death by Nobleman's command! Death to all we hold dear! I spit on your choices, noblemen! You will take no more from me! No more!
And she's dead.
What have you done? I only did as you ordered, my lord.
Fuck. You fucking idiot, Emmanuel. Lynn. You fucking idiot.
I gave no such order. I did not. I never meant for anyone to...
Come, let us walk the streets and speak with the people. Alright, let's go, Tancred. It's our turn. Outboard merchant, what do you think about this? My wife one time fell for the drink the others at first. Church and tatted to the hard bruises afterwards. Those mad fool have ruined everything. For what? We were wrong to resort to violence, but when I heard her speak, her words were as dagger in my heart. Who are we to decide that what is enough was enough, that their calls for justice can never be answered? Will this be the end of it, or will there be others like them and the true brothers? I do not want to bear steel against my kinsmen ever again. I do not know if I even can. Yeah, now it's going to be a civil war, isn't it? I'd heard the rumors that the young lord was a drunken fool. What an imbecile. I thought it would be a good idea to let him have a run to Falcon's Nest. Well, I say him and Sir Eric take their bloody change and shove it up their asses. Well, yeah. I think it would be better if Artorial was here. Emanilin, you're probably gonna get grounded for that. I'm gonna in big trouble. We'll see. We'll see, Emanilin. Now he's crying in the Benedict's room. Alright, what did he have to say? What did he have to say? So Divines has passed, but the people are far from recovered. That is to be expected. For the moment, it appears that no innocents were harmed by the guards. The blame for all colors can be placed squarely upon the protesters. Nevertheless, the people will not soon forget the image of a young lord ordering the public execution of an unarmed protester, one whose words resonated with the hearts of many. After all, who among us has not lost loved ones? Lord Artorial and the first commander should have returned by now. To the tavern. Their first order of business will be to speak with Lord Emmanuel, and I somehow doubt that he has moved an ilm since we last saw him. Watch, I bear full responsibility for this debacle. There'll be time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? According to the initial reports, the protest was created by a young woman who Lord Merlin orders shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others resisted and were struck down. Still others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but by grace of the Fury, no civilians were seriously injured. Still more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives, for the time being at least, to charge and are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given their incredible timing, this is like the convictors who drew us away from the hamlet or in the league of the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. And we sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the mood for the hamlet is an indication, theirs have been the more fruitful labors in the wake of the protest. People seem disillusioned. I spoke with them, I see. Sir Emmerich placed his trust in me. It will be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we've come, First Kind. The people's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before, and we will do so again. If we can but find means to remind them, to show them once more the promise that change holds for all, and this tragedy too shall pass to the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference pending Sir Emmerich's final decision. Under circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. I will have you deliver my report to Lord Commander in my stead. Emil is like, oh, get up, Emil. You're going after her. Going with her. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions in person. Is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come on, alright. The Mandarin is not here. In fact, I have not seen him for some time. Alright, I could have sworn he was... Oh, man. Now we have to find Honor. Oh no. Where could he be though? Higher up, okay, maybe up here. Go slow. We'll go down here now. He is up here. Okay.
Onawa! No, no! What have they done to you? Onawa! Onawa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Onua?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Chirurgeon without delay.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
Emmanuel pissed off Tancred. Oh boy. Okay, and stop being an idiot, please. Emmanuel, please stop being an idiot. Jeez. You're just making things worse every time. Every time you're just making things worse. Oh, Tancred, what's the plan? Need to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past to pass, and there's naught to be gained from really living your mistakes. I know this, but he... Tancred has lost all patience with Lord Emmanuel, of course. I have no desire to wait for a lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to attend to in Ishgard. expected, miss. Pray proceed. Now I'm gonna report what happened to Emmerich. Order the monstrous and resolution that stripped you, Pendus. Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale. It's rumored that my youngest lacked judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? You meant to order the execution of a woman in public. I see, so that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of these misguided few who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only for that to be taken away. Is it any wonder that they were left bereft? For what was this sacrifice? Have we not to show for our suffering? I thought peace of sufficient salve. Mayhap I was mistaken. Your warriors are in luck, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. To hold on to the past without being beholden to it, we must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers, without glorifying in their excesses. A difficult path to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur other disillusioned souls to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in past glories either, for they are tainted all. A clear and unambiguous enemy, and an undoubtable righteous cause. This is a better reflection. The lies though they did long serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve as well, I fear, yet we are not without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by the other members of the Arisen Alliance for joint military exercises to strengthen the ties between our nations and protest our readiness to meet a common threat. I had talked to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would be just the thing to lift our beady spirits. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies, a unified Ishgard force, with men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against a coalition of allied nations' finest. Posted by Ishgard in the shadow of the gates of judgment, the victory under such circumstances would serve as a reaffirmation and a declaration to all asunder that we are as strong united as ever. Such a victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism, that is true. But if we should be defeated, even to hold our own against the cream of true nations might be presented as a triumph. Very well, you may count on my support. For what little it is worth, however, I have a request. I will have my son Miller take part in the grand melee. By his deeds has he brought shame upon his grand, so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation honor. As you wish, my lord. This is his desire, and it shall be so. Now that we have no time to lose, would you be so kind as to deliver instructions to Lucian? I shall write to the Alliance leaders at once and begin making arrangements for the grand melee. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough be making every effort to find him. Are you ready? So that's their solution, the grand melee to unite the people. What part would they have you play in this affair? I wonder. You whom they have taken into their confidence, and whom they have come so heavily to roll. Will you oblige him when he proposes his way? Will you stand for Ishgard once more? Yeah, I can do so, have you not? I will stand for my friends at comrades. It is getting to be a bit much, isn't it? You see that, and here you are. Life matures. In any event, let us not forget the Ashens sent to profit from this war. Put an end to it is to put an end to their plot. So, for this grand melee of his, Sir Emmerich wishes to field a force comprising both temple knights and guilders watches. I can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go and see for myself. Well met. Have you spoken with Sir Emmerich? I was aware of the alliance request, so Sir Emmerich returned these exercising respectable for the masses. He is not only doubtless of such a plan, indeed I know its effectiveness from it well, having witnessed it firsthand. Oh yes, he has not once given me reason to doubt his intentions, and these are desperate times indeed. We will still advance for the event progress for the watch. But he now, I considered a master temple to seek up a young watch commander of his own position. Ah, selected commercially. They delivered this list of watch commanders today. I would have her best men, not her best dispensable. Has been telling me all about Sir and Soiree. Seems we're expected to join in. It's nice of him to invite us all, but I hope he knows that what he's doing, because we ain't dressed to dance with professional bleeding soldiers. Oh, it seems the first commander's gone and handpicked her guests. Can't say I disagree with her choices. She's got a good eye. You'd be fine too, I reckon. I'd inspire the lads if you were. Might take their minds off getting their hides tamed and all. Think about it, eh? I had to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lording, have you? On top now, on the assumption that he is not to be found in his father's loving embrace, I suggest we split up and look for him. I will search for foundation and you the pillars. Boy, Emmanuel is giving us some problems. Okay, I can teleport to him, right? I'm going to search the pillars. There. Carried Honora to the manor. Our best chart mentions our tending to him as we feet. He has yet to wake, but surely he will. The fathers volunteered me for this grand melee of theirs. The blood family was making decisions for me. No, it's not like that. It's just, you won't understand. How could you? You're free to be the woman you want to be, whereas I'm a son of House Fortescue, so my future was determined before I was born. What I could and could not do. Right or wrong, that was the way of it, until the old order began to crumble. Now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, for a place all around me. Every man and woman rise to the occasion, with faith and conviction. They dedicate themselves to their cause, but not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference. Suppose I had convinced myself I was above it until your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw Hunter, I wanted to scream, I wanted someone to blame, but in the end, there was only me. So you see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept Father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I'll go to Sir Emmerich and I will make my own decision. Commander is not really stupid. Anyone else but matters to that his personal attention. I see Rebel Aether.
Lord Commander, if I may, I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
Proceed.
How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Amanalain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You will take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emmerich leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. an indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more. An adventurer beholden to none who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side. I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend, one more time? Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
Well, Emanilin, that was a good speech. I hope Emanilin does not fuck it up again. But knowing him, he's probably gonna fuck it up again. Oh, let's just hope everything works out fine. Cankran's there. God, tell me, I take it back. What? Love. Was this enough to turn the tide of most battles? Did you see the way his eyes lit up when you nodded? It was like a balanced relief and joy. Only take a polish and more practice concealing his emotion. Does him credit. For a moment I was very inspired to pledge myself to the cause, but that would be improper. This is their fight and yours, but not mine. Spectacle for the ages. Samric informs me that the Alliance leaders have agreed to his proposal. The Grand Melee will be held here, in the shadow of the Gate of Judgment, in sight of the capital. The announcement has been made and Allied forces are currently en route. The Aether is guarded upon us, we must not fail. Rare opportunity to see you pit yourself against the Allied forces outside of Cartheno. Perhaps I would not miss this for the world. Listen, when you didn't appear, I began to question nothing. Never mind. There she is. When you didn't appear, I began to question nothing. Good. Good. Let's do it. I'm ready. Are you ready? Let's do this. How could I forget? Father bid me present this to you. And this is it. We believe that the men would find inspiring if you bore the colors of House Vortex. Oh, sure. Let's glamour my Bukir then.
Let all here present heed well the rules of engagement.
The Grand Melee is a large-scale battle in which allied company of Ul'dah, Jordania, and Lumenson forces will pit against the company of Ishgard forces. So it's the entire allied. It's Tree versus 1. Okay. Well, Tree. When the combat is conducted, the opposed company will be awarded tactical points. Alright, good enough. 100 points again. Alright.
For the honor and the glory of Ishgard!
All is ready then. Very well. Brave men and women of the Eorzean Alliance, let the grand melee begin!
Hi, Pippin. Oh, that's a Hi, Pippin. Is your barn here? Okay, no, your barn is not. I was hoping to find your barn here.
Please, God!
Oh, that is Robon. Okay, I didn't notice that. Cyclops, you run under your guard. All forces fall back. Seen him many. I will deal with him. Now, Sod, you heard the man. Back to it. All forces form a line. On patios now. Oh, there's the Flame General there. Flame Veteran is Robon, right? Yeah, that is Robon. It's Robon. Robon is... Oh, he wants to fight me. I'm gonna have to be 1v1 Robon? Oh man, I will not lie, I was hoping we would come to this. So then, shall we dance? Damn it all. So Robon was the Flame Veteran. 1v1 versus Robon, let's do this. This is epic. I'm gonna be 1v1 with Robon. Flame Journal allowed it. Let's do this shit. It's just the two of them there. Match, Robon. Although it was not fair, you lost an arm, so it wasn't fair. You were short an arm. That was not fair. I had 2 arms, you had 1.
Did she win?
Man, then we...
Victory is ours! Ishgard! Ishgard! Well fought! Well fought, my friend! You truly are the warrior of warriors.
Thank the Fury you were on our side.
So, robot lost to the world light. There we go. Manillan. As long as they're burning, I can understand.
I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance's best, and together, with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed. After 1,000 years of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond. The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
A truly magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them. I note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
Fear not, Sir Knight. It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Raubarn. On the subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the passion and unity of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
I shall take that as a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
Ah, yes. The people. Change is indeed a perilous thing, for we who seek it, and they who fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
Well, that made for a refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way. Ishgardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle for them. Tis but a scratch, I assure you, and I will not suffer you to worry over me. Not when we have a dozen far more important concerns. Make that 24. Still, as Y'shtola never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on one at a time. One day at a time. as Minfilia would have done.
You don't, father. That was an awesome duel, Robon. I was not expecting that at all. With speed of Tancred. Said your goodbyes? Yes. All the years I have known Robon, I cannot recall ever seeing him look so happy in defeat. Well, everything seems to be falling into place, does it not? The Guardians have claimed their symbolic victory, and the Horizon Alliance has been strengthened in the process. Be proud. You made this happen. Victory! You have learned the emote victory. Oh, you have done it. Nay, you have done it. You have brought us the victory so desperately needed. There is not left but to return the capital. Come, let us see what the reception awaits.
My lord!
Honorwa, my boy. Shouldn't you be in bed?
Thank you for your concern, my lord. But I have largely recovered from my ordeal, and I have naught but several scars to show for it, which I have been told some women may find appealing.
That's funny.
I see. And to think I was worried sick over you.
I'm not sure I understand, my lord.
Well, let's put that theory to the proof, shall we?
My lord?
'Twould seem that a great many things have occurred in my absence. I thought I might begin to make amends by welcoming you in person.
The messengers spared not their chocobos to bring us word of your victory in the grand melee. I cannot well describe our elation when we heard the news. It called to mind the day we rejoined the Eorzean Alliance, when I glimpsed hope rekindled in the eyes of the people.
The Fury herself ushers us into a new era. Sir Emmerich, the time is now.
Aye, that it is. Reconvene the conference and summon Vidofnir to Falcon's Nest. We will make peace with Hraesvelga's brood and hasten this bloody war to its end.
Yes, Lord Commander.
I will send word to Artoirel and bid him resume preparations. Emanuele, you will place yourself at your brother's disposal. He will be glad of your assistance.
No stopping it now, is there? We should inform Y'shtola and the others.
My dear friend, I doubt I will ever be able to thank you enough. But when the conference is successfully concluded, I damn well mean to try.
See you duel General 1 within the ring of flames. I did not think the man so sensacious with that I could have seen it. Just a matter here seem to be coming to the head. In short, there are some things I feel I must say, though nothing so urgent that it cannot wait until after the conference. So let's make for Cactuar's Nest. Yes. Hopefully the conference is a success this time. Hopefully, let's hope that Elaine does not fuck this up. If things get fucked up, I'm blaming Elaine this time again. He better not fuck it up. Fought bravely, and it did not dishonor in his house. You, my lady, to you we owe everything. So you have made every effort to strike wood while the iron's hot. Your intention known, and that will come tell us to the king. By the grace of the tree they came. The ceremony will not be lengthy, I fear. There's still much to be done. I would speak with you more, but I must see from my duties. As for you and Master Alpha, you will do naught but to enjoy yourselves. Is that clear? Sure, we'll enjoy ourselves. Oh, there you have it. We have been forbidden from meddling. Shall we wait for, or have you other matters to attend before ceremony? I'll wait for Falfo.
The appointed hour approaches.
Oh, she survived.
She begged leave to watch the proceedings. I saw no reason not to grant it.
Should I choose to deviate from my prepared remarks, I ask that you trust in my judgment.
Have I ever done otherwise?
Look!
The White Dragon!
Ah, how long it hath been since our peoples met thus, children of Thordan, even by our reckoning.
Vidofnir, daughter of Hraesvelga, we give thanks for your visit, and bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest.
Our sire bade us hearken unto the whispers of our hearts. They spoke to us of a paradise lost, of bonds of brotherhood which they yearned to see restored.
Ours too yearn for such a restoration, and they have guided us here this day, that they might yearn no longer.
Brothers and sisters, ye who stand as witness, hearken to me.
Since the days of Eld, when the bonds betwixt man and dragon were sundered by our hand, our peoples have known only war. Bloodshed without end, losses beyond counting, and still we fought. And still we fought. Some wounds do not heal. The dead cannot be returned to us. But we, the living, can yet choose another course. Here and now, we can lay down this burden, this hatred, this vengeance. Our forebears fought not so that we could die, but that we might live. So let us honor their sacrifice and spare our children this death sentence. Let us gift them a new legacy. Life.
Betwixt our peoples yawneth a divide deeper than the deepest abyss, wider than the widest sea. Generations will live and die ere this divide is bridged. Knowing this, doth thy heart yet yearn for peace, son of Thordan?
Look now on the legacy we would leave to our children. A dream of peace, inscribed in stone for generations to come.
Father and his beloved, as they were so long ago, happy and at peace. The dream they shared shall be ours once more.
Well, the peace conference went wrong.
Child of Dravania, art thou grown so forgetful that thou wouldst forsake kith and kin and consort with the spawn of Thornton? That thou wouldst dare contemplate peace? Hearken unto me, all of you! The final chorus is nigh, and all will be held to account. All will bathe in the flames of retribution. Till the coming of that day, look you on your sins and despair, for none shall escape my wrath.
7 hells. Damn you, Nidhogg.
Hells, take that worm! While he lives, we'll never know peace.
Aye! There'll be no end to this war till Nidhogg is dead and gone!
So let's kill the bastard and be done with it. Death to Nidhogg.
Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
Death to Nidhogg!
There they go at last, the guest, having come hither with hope in their hearts, they depart with hatred and bloodlust. For the moment I held some small hope that you had seen in Essala. Without hesitation, as did Sir Emmerich. For mercy, Vidofnir's wound was not mortal, for Solusa tells me the dragon is spirited away to Annick's shrine to receive care from her brethren. We can but hope her recovery is swift. Such as was surely Nidhogg's intent to deliver a proclamation not only to the children of Thornton, but to his kindred, Orscoming, and ye who do not stand with us, stand apart. She was an example, a message to her brood, and an instrument of his vengeance like Estinian. The offense rather happy circumstances. If anything, however, this latest tragedy makes the need for more pressing. There are things I must say. Not for the world, nor even my fellow son, but to you, my friend. No, here. No. Of course, the interior of the Cow Dragon Head is still open to us. Let's go there. It's down here, right? Yeah, it's right down here.
Forgive me. That took longer than expected. You seem puzzled. Oh, these. I thought something warming might not go amiss. It was not all that long ago that we sat here, you and I. In our very own falling snows, as Lord Horshvon called it. I still struggle to believe he is gone. And Azelle too. I had such hopes for her. Master Matoya asked me what it was all for. Why we fight. And why we die. Were I still commander of the Braves, I would doubtless have replied, for the future of Eorzea. But I'm not that man. Not anymore. I needed a new answer. One that I could live with. And when I saw Estinian at the ceremony, I knew at last what it was. I do not want to be a man who sacrifices his friends and family for a cause. I want to fight for Estinian, and I want to save him. When Nidhogg leads the Horde into battle, Ser Emeric and his forces will do what they believe must be done. That is their choice to make. Yet even if Ser Emeric is willing to forsake Estinian, I am not. We must fight for him, for he is our friend and ally. We may struggle, we may fail, but we must try. We will. I know we will.
My true friend and ally. You too, Elfino. Though not all of our fellow Scions will support our stance in Estinian, I have faith that we will win them over in due course. Right, it's quite enough. Solely in retrospection, I think we would both benefit from some time in the company of Teteru. Yes, it's our turn now, Alphino. There's so much we have yet to learn. Yeah, there's a lot more we have yet to learn, Alphino. It's time to step back free and consider our next course of action. Yeah. We need to consider our next course of action. Well, I guess the war is not gonna end. I guess the war is not gonna end anytime soon.
Of all the ways for it to end. Even before his transformation, I could feel the worm's hatred swirling about Estinian. The terrible, all-consuming rage. Enough to fuel a 1,000-year quest for vengeance. It was all I could do not to run away screaming. But Ishgardians, nay, all Eorzeans, are made of sterner stuff. They face danger and death on a daily basis, and understand what it takes to win a war.
Think not too deeply on Master Matoya's words. Her intent was but to steal our resolve. That, and to remind us to look beyond these passing conflicts to trials greater still, to the truth which hides at the heart of this world.
So that's your aim, is it?
You disapprove?
Not at all. I believe it's traditional for the student to follow in the footsteps of the master. And you are so very alike.
Oh, the Warrior of Darkness is here. I feel like the Warrior of Darkness doesn't... Yeah, the Warrior of Darkness is here. Oh boy. This is gonna be perfect. Tancred is watching him. Alright. Things are about gonna get good.
Change. That great inexorable wave was upon us, and soon all of Ishgard would bend to its will. For all our sins, for all our scars, the future for which we had long yearned was at last within our grasp. But it would be bought at a heavy price. For in those twilight hours did Nidhogg cry out for vengeance, and his brethren raise their voices for the final chorus of the Dragon Song War.
Needed. That is all I ask. So do not be so eager to place your faith in them, not until you know more. Where the heck's Papa Limo and Yida anyways? Alright then, we'll continue this adventure next time on FF14.